Good morning. It is Friday, June 7th, and today is the solemnity of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. This is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and the Ave Maria Radio app. I'm Matthew Handley. Coming up, Dr. Ray shares new stats on the public opinion of marriage. But first, this news. DTE Energy says there are approximately 14,000 customers in Metro Detroit without power after strong storms moved through the area Wednesday evening. The storm spawned two tornadoes in the state, one in Livonia and the other in Crawford County. Officials say they have been able to restore power to approximately 9,000 homes and businesses. DTE plans to have all power restored by the end of today. The Michigan Department of Transportation says additional lane closures are coming to the Southfield Freeway starting today and running through the fall. The additional closures are mandated by a law that requires a concrete barrier if crews will be working overnight. Starting today at 8 p.m., northbound Southfield Freeway will only have one lane open between I-94 and Ford Road through next Tuesday. Then, from June 14th through the late summer and early fall, up to 2 lanes of traffic in both directions will be closed depending on what work is occurring. The Air Zoo in Kalamazoo has nearly finished restoring an FM-2 Wildcat fighter plane that was cut in half during a training over Lake Michigan on December 18, 1944, during World War II. Air Zoo President and CEO Troy Thrash says his first thought when he saw the plane in Wisconsin was that it would never look like an airplane again, but his restorers promised him they could do the work on it.
They rolled open the hangar door, and I looked at that thing. My first response, I wanted to turn around and run the other way. I mean, this aircraft was broken in half. It was corroded.
The plane was pulled from the lake on December 7, 2012. It was cut in half by the rudder of an aircraft carrier where it was trying to land, and it fell off the back of the ship. The pilot was able to escape before it sunk to the bottom of Lake Michigan. On the Auto Beat, May sales numbers at Ford Motor Company were up by 11% compared to last year. The automaker sold over 190,000 vehicles as updated versions of the Ford F-150 pickup, Ranger midsize truck, and Lincoln Nautilus hit showroom floors. Ford says hybrid vehicle sales rose by over 64%, with electric vehicle sales also increasing. It's not all good news, though. Ford is recalling over 100,000 Lincoln Aviator SUVs due to issues with rear-view cameras. The recall affects model years 2020 to 2024. And the largest mansion ever built in Detroit will be auctioned off on Monday after it was on sale for over a year. The Bishop Mansion is on 2 acres in the historic Palmer Woods neighborhood and is over 31,000 square feet. It was built in the 1920s and was once the home of Catholic Bishop Michael Gallagher, and it was also bought by John Sally of the Detroit Pistons in 1989. The last asking price was $6 million. This is Michigan Mornings.
This is Franciscan Father Greg Friedman for the Catholic Communication Campaign with a message about faithful citizenship. On Election Day, we may be urged to vote a straight ticket, but Catholics form their conscience and vote based on the Scriptures and church teaching. The U.S. Bishop's document, Forming Consciences for Faithful Citizenship, isn't a scorecard of issues or candidates. It gives us our highest priority, the dignity of human life and protecting human dignity. To learn more, go to faithfulcitizenship.org.
In the Motor City today, we can expect a chance of showers this afternoon. Our high will be near 72. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low around 55. Tomorrow we'll have some late afternoon showers and highs around 77. Sunday will be mostly sunny with highs in the mid-70s, and Monday will be mostly sunny with highs in the lower 70s. Today in Saginaw, we can expect a chance of morning showers, but those should taper off by 2 p.m. Our high will be around 69. Tonight will be mostly cloudy, gradually becoming clear, with lows around 52. Tomorrow we might see some afternoon showers. Our high will be near 71. Sunday will be mostly sunny with highs around 70, and Monday will be mostly sunny with highs in the upper 60s. recent surveys show that regular Americans don't think marriage is as outdated as you might have realized. Dr. Ray Guarendi has more.
But this was a survey done at University of Texas. They surveyed 1,500 Americans, 18 years or older, and released this. 89% of those surveyed agree, quote, all things being equal, it is better for children to be raised in a household that has a married mother and father. I don't know what those stats would be now. I would imagine they're less because the relentless pounding of our culture that says, hey, marriage, mom, dad, kids, traditional setup, old, patriarchal, oppressive, get rid of it. One option, not the best option, just an option among others. And many people believe it's not even a good option among others. And as a matter of fact, millennials under age 34 more are living together than are married, and more are having children out of wedlock than in wedlock. So I would imagine some of those, but still it would be overwhelming. Only 12% described marriage as a, quote, old-fashioned, outmoded institution. So what else we got here? 93% of married Americans say that they would marry their spouses again. Well, I mean, I would. She's older now, but I mean, okay, if when I got married at age 31, she was 26. So if I say I'd have to marry her again, well, I guess so, but I probably would look really odd being with somebody that much older than me. So this is an example of when you pay attention to the opinion shapers of our culture, whether it's media, whether it's Hollywood, universities. When you pay attention to them, you think you're just way off, way out there. Nobody thinks like you. When in fact, a lot of the realistic traditions that people have die hard.
The Doctor is In is on weekdays at 1 p.m. on Ave Maria Radio. St. Gregory the Great says the Church of the Elect will be fully day only when the darkness of sin is no longer mixed in with it. I'm Matthew Handley, and that does it for this edition of Michigan Mornings. You can stay connected with me over the weekend on X. I'm at Radio Handley. Lord willing, I'll talk to you again on Monday. And until then, goodbye.